All right, hi, welcome to yoga tonight. So you're in for a treat tonight. We're going to do a yin class. If you've never done yin before, hopefully you'll think it's a treat. So we're going to begin today with taking our right leg out in front of us, nice and long, and then take your left leg up and over your right. So just cross it over there with the flat sole of your left foot. And then we're going to inhale our arms nice and tall to the sky. And then exhale and twist to the left. So we're just going to go right into our yin class here. Your hand can rest on your left leg and gently pull your spine open. And know with these yin postures, we're going to hold anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes. So you have time to go deeper into the pose. So since we're just starting off, right, going into a yoga pose here, maybe take time to close your eyes and start to steady that breath. Our focus today is going to be on the spine. So this is yin for your spine. So as we go through these postures today, we'll have 3 rules that we'll try to apply. The first one will be to find your edge, which is to find the point of tightness but not pain. The second will be to get as still as possible. And the third will be to just let time pass. Because the magic of yin happens as we hold the postures for extended periods of time. That just allows us to go deeper into the fascia and deeper into the healing of the tissues of our body. So just keep that anchor of your mind on your breath. Should your mind wander, see if as you're breathing you can roll that left shoulder open a little bit more. And breathe into the space of your spine. Let's take one more inhale, nice and deep here. And then on the exhale, slowly make your way back to face forward. You can unravel that left leg, straighten the left leg. This time we'll bend the right, place that right foot over the left leg, flat on the ground. And before we twist, we'll inhale our hands up to the sky, finding that nice extension in your spine. And then exhale to open and twist to the right. Grabbing somewhere along that left leg or right leg with your left hand. Today's class will be full of moments of silence, so it's a good time to turn inward. It's also a challenging time, as it's hard to sometimes sit in silence and stillness with yourself. Just trust the process of yin yoga. And try not to have any expectations of what this next hour will hold, as we won't be involved in a lot of the flowing busyness like a traditional yoga class. So see if you can just let go of any expectations and just experience it as it comes. And remember too, as you hold these postures, you can inhale and exhale to try to go a little bit deeper. Let your breath take you deep into the poses, listening to the wisdom of your body though. Let's take one more nice, deep, full inhale here. And then exhale to slowly make your way out. And then from here, slowly come to lie onto your back. So all the way down onto your back. And we're just going to take our legs nice and long, leave the left knee bent in, and then take that left leg up to the sky. And then just grab somewhere along the back of your leg and just get comfortable here as we're going to hold this stretch for 2 minutes. Maybe have a flex in that left foot. And then breathe into the back of that left leg. Now maybe see if you can pull that leg in a little bit more toward your torso. Take a nice deep inhale here, and then slowly begin to bend that left knee in toward your midline. And now just take circles with your left leg. So just take it in one direction, making some hip circles with your knee bent. Nice and slow. There's no need to rush today in class. And then as you're ready, take it the opposite direction. So big circles the opposite direction. And now let's bend the right knee in and extend that left leg nice and long. And then take that right leg up to the sky, flexing the foot. And then grabbing along the backside of that right leg, we're just going to gently stretch our right leg Holding for about a couple minutes here. And now that we're about halfway through with this one, see if maybe you can encourage that right leg to come a little bit more forward toward your torso. Maybe you've opened up a little bit more. Now take a deep inhale here. And then on the exhale, bend that right knee in toward the midline and start to make those slow circles with your right leg this time, keeping that knee bent. Just nice, slow, intentional movements. And then as you're ready, take it the opposite direction, just reverse the way that you're moving. And now bring both knees so that your feet are flat on the floor, both knees are bent. And now take the left leg up to the sky, flex the left foot and place it on top of your right knee. We're just going to go into thread the needle pigeon lying down, and then bring that right foot off the ground, and then grab somewhere along the back of the right leg, the hamstring or even the shin. With a flex in both feet, just get comfortable, as we'll be here for about 3 minutes in this one. I know that during yin yoga classes, it sometimes seems like we're not doing a lot, but a lot is happening internally, and it's a great practice for our mind, and it can be very healing to the deep tissues of the body. I know I've had injuries that have healed over time with continued yin yoga classes. So we just let the time pass and do what it needs to do. And how nice it is to not be rushed and hurried and be worrying about what's to come next. Maybe do a little check of those shoulders and see if you're holding any tension there. And if so, maybe just give them a roll back. Just let go of that tension that might be holding in your shoulders. Now deepening that inhale, let's slowly release that right foot down to the mat. And now take your left foot down as well, flat onto the ground. This time we'll take our right leg nice and long with a flex in that foot toward the ceiling, placing that right foot on top of your left knee. And then let's pull that left leg off the ground, thread the needle, get those hands wrapped somewhere around the back of that left leg with a flex in both feet. Just find that sweet spot where you feel just enough tension but not too much in those hips. And settle into this posture for the next 3 minutes. Trying to rid yourself of any fidgetiness. And to see how still you can drop. And maybe closing your eyes helps as well. As much as it is to work our body, it's also very important to give it this time to recover and restore and to heal as we set up for the new week ahead. take one last goodbye inhale here. And then slowly release that right leg off of the left. Bend those knees into center. And we're just going to start to rock ourselves forward and back. And we'll come up to a seated position. And once you get here, cross those legs behind you, and we're going to come to lie down on your belly so your head is at the front of your yoga mat. We're going to come into Sphinx, so you're going to come down onto your stomach and place those forearms on the ground. Elbows will be directly under those shoulders. And we'll be here for 3 minutes. So if you have a block and you'd like to use it to take that tension off of your neck, you can always place it in front of you and place your forehead on the block. You can always bring those hands up and just rest your head into your hands as well. Or it's totally fine to stay in traditional Sphinx. So just find your place as we hold here for about 3 minutes. Maybe breathing into the lower part of your back here where you might feel the active stretch. Now, if you'd like to go a little deeper, we can take those hands to the outer edges of your yoga mat up to the corners, just to come into seal. But it's perfectly okay to stay down in that Sphinx pose as well. So just have those fingertips angled slightly out to the sides of your yoga mat. And we'll just be here for about 2 minutes. But no, you could stay back in Sphinx, or you can even come to any other different pose if it's become too much to hold. Just try to keep that intention on your spine, on the back side of your body. Try to let any tension go you might feel in your shoulders. Take one more nice full inhalation here. Before you exhale, those arms back down to the ground. This time, hands by your chest. Let's push yourself up to hands and knees. And then bring those knees out to the corner or the edges of the yoga mat, big toes together. And just have a seat into child's pose. So just sit down onto those feet, extend those arms over your head, and get comfortable here for a couple minutes. As we allow our spine to curve. Just a nice counter pose to our last that we just did. And now let's take those hands and walk them over to the right side. So we just feel a stretch all along the left side of the body. And we'll hold here for about a minute. Just stretching our body, taking those hands to the right side. Still maintaining that child's pose. Now let's take those hands back out in front of you. So straightening it back up. And now let's take our hands to prayer position here and just take those hands over your head. Just resting in prayer position. We call this Anahata, child's pose.
We'll just be here for a couple minutes more. Now deepen your exhale, your inhale, and then on the exhale, release those hands down to the front, and now take them over to the left. So still maintaining that child's pose position, but stretching to the left. Just be here for under a minute as we stretch the right side of our body. Now one last deep breath here. And on the exhale, take those arms straight out in front of you. And then we'll come up to tabletop. So slowly make your way out of that. And then walk those knees up so you're 3/4 the way up your mat. Cross the feet behind you and have a seat. Just making sure to move very slowly and extend those legs nice and long out in front of you. And then let's take and bend the knees. And then bring the soles of the feet together, but leave them out away from your body. And then let's inhale for a nice tall spine. And then exhale to just let your body fall over the front of those feet. Just finding a nice diamond shape here. We'll be here for 3 minutes. Which gives us good time to fall deeper into the pose and get deeper into that curved spine, allowing gravity to help us along the way. Now take a nice deep inhale here, and then slowly start to make your way up to a tall spine. And this time we'll extend our legs nice and long out in front of you. And then we're going to go into a forward fold. So if you want to bend your knees to fall over, you can, or just keep them straight and inhale those hands up to the sky. Coming into caterpillar pose here, we call it in yin yoga. So just fold over those legs and just rest there. If you need to bring a block onto your shins, you can do that too to rest your head on. Or you can just dangle there and let gravity do its job for the next 3 minutes. This is definitely one of those postures where you might start up pretty high, and then as time goes by, you'll notice that you sink deeper and deeper into the pose. So maybe take note of that. We're a little over halfway through. I know it can be challenging, so just stick with the cadence of your breath. Now take a deep inhale here and just signal to your body we're going to come up to a nice tall spine. So make your way slowly up out of that one. And then once you get here, let's cross those legs and just come onto all fours. So just roll onto all fours here. And then keep those knees so that like we'd be doing a traditional table, but then extend those palms out to the top of your yoga mat. We're going to come into melting heart. So just let that chest dip down to the ground. Let those hands slide out in front of you. And then just rest that forehead onto the ground as we hold here in this melting heart pose for a couple minutes. Also called happy puppy pose in our vinyasa yoga flows. Take one last inhale here. And then on the exhale, let's bring those hands in by your face and slowly make your way up to tabletop. So hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. And then once you get here, let's just start taking your head one direction and take your hips the opposite. And we're just going to sway back and forth, just finding some gentle movement. Since we're releasing some of that stagnant energy in these long holds, we want to make sure we move it around. Just let your head be heavy and let your body sway left and right. Now come back to a nice neutral tabletop and then slowly lower down onto your belly. So come all the way onto your belly and then leave those forearms on the ground. So back in the Sphinx pose, but this time we're going to take our left leg, bend that knee, and then bring it out to come into half frog. So you're going to have that left knee bent at about 90-degree angle. So you're in a Sphinx frog variation. So we have a curve in our spine and we're opening our hip to the left. And we'll just hold here for about 3 minutes. Now one last inhale here before we exhale and take that left leg back long behind you. This time we'll bend the right leg, bringing it up into that half frog variation. So bend your right knee, bringing it up to about 90-degree angle there. Just settle in for the second half.
of this half frog variation. And now take a deep inhale here. And then exhale to release that right leg nice and long behind you. And then from there, let's go ahead and push yourself up to tabletop nice and slow. And just bring those knees so that they're up 3/4 to your yoga mat and have a seat. And then come to lie all the way down onto your back. Just take your time as your spine might feel a little vulnerable after those long holds. And now extend your legs long, your arms over your head. And we'll take our bottom and let's take it all the way over to the left side of your yoga mat. So scoot your hips over to the left side of your yoga mat. So hips will come to the left side of the mat. Now take those feet so that they're over to the right corner of your yoga mat. So we're going to make a banana shape with our body here. So the feet will go to the right, hips are to the left. And then we'll take our arms above us and then take it over to the right. So your arms will also come to the right side of your yoga mat. So you're making a banana shape with your body. We call this banana asana for obvious reasons. And we'll just hold here for a few moments, feeling a nice long stretch from the fingertips to the toes. You can take that left leg and hook it over the right if that feels okay. And you can take that left hand and grab hold of your right wrist to just kind of assist you in going a little deeper into this pose. I heard an analogy that Vinyasa yoga is like climbing a mountain where you're reaching the peak poses and there's lots of activity along the way. And yin yoga is more like spelunking in a cave where you're searching and slowly, methodically moving deeper and deeper in.
And it's so true. Yin yoga is a time of exploration within, a time to sit with ourselves, as well as it's very healing. So just take a few more deep inhales and steady exhales here. And now we'll slowly start to straighten our body back out. This time we'll take those hips over to the opposite side of your yoga mat. So over toward the right, take those left feet over to the opposite side. And then take those arms above you and start to bend them over to the left side as well, making that nice banana shape. Maybe taking your right leg and crossing it over the left, grabbing the left wrist with your right hand. Just feeling that side stretch along the right side of your body. And now take one final deep inhale here before you exhale to bring that body back into the center of your yoga mat. And now we'll come into the final resting pose of the class, Shavasana. So allow those feet to open to the outer edges of your yoga mat. Those palms can face the sky. Let that back sink into the ground. And just take the last few moments here to see how still and weightless you can fall into Shavasana.
So as you're ready, slowly begin to bring your body back to feeling the floor, holding your body weight beneath you. And since it's a yin class, we'll just end class today just like this, lying on your back. So as you're ready, just take your time to roll over to the left and make your way up. Thank you for practicing with me today.